that sounds good. Oh yeah, what you're about to hear is powered by the men of the square table, who want you to know that the garage fridge is for beer only. Duh. Miller Lite. Good call.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
Exactly.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio, the Tom Leykis Show, brought to you in part by National Lampoon's Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj. One random caller today will win $500 and 2 tickets to the annual Tom Leykis Bunny Ball, Playboy Mansion, courtesy of National Lampoon's Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj. On December 1st, go see National Lampoon's Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj. Did I say that enough times? Good. Want to get that in. December 1st. National Lampoon's Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj. Starting December 1st. Don't forget. It's next weekend, goddammit. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. And in this segment of the program, I want to talk about a topic that many of you in the Valley of the Sun have sent in to us. This one is, I will tell you, if you live in the Valley of the Sun, we're talking Arizona now, for those who don't know, this story now is no longer a local story. It appeared in the Los Angeles Times by way of the Baltimore Sun. So this story is now all over the place. And here it is. See if you feel any empathy for the people complaining in this story. The specialty at the Heart Attack Grill in Tempe, Arizona is called a quadruple bypass burger. It is stacked high with 4 half-pound beef patties, cheddar cheese, red onions, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and a special sauce. You know what I love about that name, Heart Attack Grill? No one's ever going to successfully sue them because they had a heart attack. They're telling you you're going to have a heart attack when you eat there. They're telling you. Very much like a product I saw here in L.A. in the 80s when I first came to town. It was a brand of cigarettes. Dean, were you here in the 80s? Death cigarettes, that's right. With the skull and crossbones on the pack. And they had a warning that exceeded the Surgeon General's warning. It said, this product will kill you. That was the warning. Can't sue them. They told you. Anyway, this story continues. But it's not the burger's fat content or cholesterol payload that has angered the Baltimore-based Center for Nursing Advocacy. Rather, it's how the burger is served by waitresses dressed in revealing naughty nurse uniforms. Dean is giving a standing ovation in there. Says here the waitresses wear stethoscopes around their necks and crosses on their nurse hats. They also wear fishnet stockings and tight cleavage-bearing tops. On occasion, they jump into the arms of their customers. Sexually available is not the image that Sandy Summers believes should be projected of those in the healthcare profession. Oh, Jesus. A former trauma center nurse, Summers is founder and executive director of the Center for Nursing Advocacy, which polices the portrayal of nurses worldwide. The biggest violators, in the center's view, are those who link nursing with titillation. Who doesn't like being titillated? That's where the Heart Attack Grill comes in. Summers is pressuring the restaurant to drop its sexy nurse motif and has begun a letter-writing campaign against it. Summers says the endless association of sex and nurses leads people to believe that maybe nurses really are available to provide for the sexual needs of patients and physicians. It degrades the professional image. It demoralizes practicing nurses. It drives any self-respecting person away from considering the profession. Wah, wah, wah. So far, most of the outrage has been directed at Summers. In email, she's been called a pathetic liberal whack job and worse. One critic suggested she rename her group Advocates for Uptight Women. The human target of Summers' campaign is John Basso, owner of Heart Attack Grill, who seems to be relishing the dust-up. Relishing, get it? In his mind, he is nothing less than a freedom fighter. A little late on the uptake there. In his mind, he is nothing less than a freedom fighter for men who like women and red meat, which is most of us. In a phone interview from the restaurant, Basso, 41, said, "The nutshell of it is that I'm the press's whipping boy because I'm considered rather repugnant by traditional standards." Oh, come on, this is over the top. Come on, Basso, let's... But I believe I'm within my First Amendment rights to do whatever the hell I want to, because it's not Nazi Germany yet. Give it 20 years and it may be. Basso says his restaurant is, quote, a real guy's place. The menu includes cigarettes, burgers, beer, and what he calls flatliner fries, which he says are fried in pure lard. But they're good, too. He has devoted his website to chronicling his spat with Summers, posting letters from supporters and detractors, and he says that the fight has improved business. In September, an Arizona Assistant State Attorney General sent Basso a letter questioning his use of the word nurse to describe his waitresses. So as not to confuse people who might think the waitresses are real healthcare professionals, they are not. Please. The letter suggested Basso drop nurse from his menu and advertisements. Basso complied to a degree, put a disclaimer on his website saying Heart Attack Grill nurses are, in caps, not real nurses. The waitresses who wear the skimpy nurse outfits say they mean no disrespect to actual nurses. They describe their revealing uniforms as harmless costumes. Stacy Hoffman, 23, says, "We're not trying to be rude or disgrace anybody. I think nurses are great. If I had a better stomach, I might go into it myself." She's worked at the Heart Attack Grill for a month. Summers says she is no prude. She has no objection to short skirts or sexual imagery, only their association to the serious work of nursing. She says, we're all for people having active, healthy sex lives. Go ahead and have sex, but if they could please leave the nursing image out of it. Fantasize about someone else. That's a prude. Though more than 100 people have used the center's website to send letters of protest to the Heart Attack Grill, many more have told Summer she is a humorless, politically correct party pooper. But she has found support within her profession. Karen Kaufman, an interim dean at the University of Maryland School of Nursing, said degrading images of nurses could contribute to a public health crisis. She said the U.S. Department of Labor had estimated that an additional 1.1 million nurses would be needed by 2012 to care for the country's aging population. And those people are all going to need to be serviced, too. Kaufman said, with negative stereotyping like this, I can't understand why anyone would want to come into nursing. Yeah, all right. I have one word for you, dear. Halloween. End of story. Recently, I went to a Halloween party. I must have seen 30 naughty nurses. 30 women with cleavage busting out all over and short skirts and fishnet stockings. Women going around with stethoscopes offering to examine people. You got to be. I was at a party at the Hollywood Hills. It was, by the way, can I tell you something? Most of the women at this party were actually nurses. And they came dressed as nurses. So, yeah, before you ban the Heart Attack Grill, you're going to have to ban Halloween. Because women dress as nurses, as sexy nurses, all the time. It's been done in Playboy. It's been done on the Internet. It's been done in porn films. And, of course, Halloween, it's an epidemic. Does anybody out there think the Heart Attack Grill should change a thing?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom is a talk master, so you can't get on this radio and say certain things to him because he's going to eat your lives.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Heart Attack Grill, it's called, in Tempe, Arizona. Oh, yes, big, juicy, terribly unhealthy hamburgers, fries cooked in lard, served by waitresses dressed as nurses. Sexy, naughty nurses. Now the nurses are all upset. Michael, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, what's up, man?
Not much, baby.
Man, it's great to be on the air with you, man. I listen to you a lot. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you.
I wanted to put in my 2 cents on the whole Heart Attack Grill. That's what it's called, right?
Right.
Man, to tell you the truth, man, like you said, nurses have been portrayed like that for the longest time, whether it be, anything from TV to Hollywood, to Halloween. You know, I mean, girls go ahead and they always dress up like a sleazy little nurse. And, hey, man, that's just the way it goes. I mean, for her to go ahead and say something like that, she'd have to ban numerous things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. How many times has Playboy magazine had photo shoots or cartoons where nurses are, literally nursing somebody?
Exactly. And, I mean, on top of that, man, it's every man's dream.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
I do.
I mean, geez, every guy wants to go out to, for their random checkup and have Miss Hottie Nurse go ahead and, add some extra services on.
That's right.
Charge.
Exactly.
So, I mean, of course, that's going to go ahead and draw business. And yeah, to be honest with you, I think it's a great idea. It's stupid on her part, whoever she is, to go ahead and try to, put a complaint against that, man. But I just want to tell you, hey, Tom, man, I love you, man. I listen to you all the time. I'm working for APS right now, and I'm in the phone room, and I don't really get a chance to listen to the whole show, but every time I get a break or in between calls, I'm sitting there sneaking in a little listen to your show, man, see what you're talking about, because I just love to hear you ramble, man. It's great. You always kick out the knowledge to everybody here.
Thank you, Michael.
I'm from L.A. myself, man, and like I said, first time on the air, man. Been wanting to get on for the longest time. Can you take me out with a bong hit? And,
yeah. Of course I can.
Thanks, Tom.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Alex, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. This is Alex, and I'm actually a nurse myself. I'm a nurse practitioner. Are you there?
No, I left the room.
No, I thought my phone disconnected. Anyways, I'm a nurse practitioner myself. I don't think they need to change a thing onto more attractive people than an ugly, fat nurse ratchet. So I think it's great.
So have you ever been to the Heart Attack Grill? Have you gone to Tempe?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to Tempe. I just heard about it on the news, and then I heard it on your show.
But you don't object to this idea, do you?
No, not at all. That's absolutely absurd. If you're confident with what you do, and most nurses are generally intelligent, and actually, I hate to tell you, but a lot of nurses out there are really unattractive and overweight.
Yeah, I know.
The fact that someone's going to think of you as hot is better than thinking of you not.
Yeah, but I have not seen the woman behind this protest. But generally speaking, any time a woman protests women looking hot and sexy, it's somebody who's fat and fugly.
Exactly. And there's a lot, especially the women that get into these nurse manager groups and all that kind of stuff and talking about nurses' rights and all that kind of stuff. It's absolutely absurd. You know, so like I said, rather be thought of as hot than a nurse ratchet, you know, because there's usually a bad reputations of nurses being fat and unattractive and not very good. So anyways, that's what I have to say, and I think it's great. And I think it sends a positive message, actually.
Sounds good to me, Alex. Thank you for the call. Adam, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. I live in Tempe. I've actually eaten at the Heart Attack Grill.
How is it?
It's awesome.
Is it?
They have the single, double, triple, and quadruple bypass. And if they have a deal where if you can finish the quadruple bypass, you get it for free. And after you eat it, if you eat the whole thing, they'll walk you out in a wheelchair in their nurse uniforms out to your car. It's awesome. And you can sit down and have a beer with your burger. Great.
I love it.
I absolutely loved it. I went in there with my roommate, and we sat down and both got a couple of greasy burgers. The fries, they have nacho cheese sauce or chili that you can dip your fries in, which is they're great. And then you sit down, and you get whatever you want on your burger, and you sit there and you look at these sexy nurses that are they sit there and they talk to you, and it's great. It was one of the best lunches I've ever had in my life. Yeah.
I mean, this reminds me of the place we go to in Dallas called Bone Daddy's. And Bone Daddy's is a barbecue place that's 10 times better than Hooters. It's Hooters on steroids. The chicks are hotter. Hot. And the food is spectacular, and there's sports on 2,000 flat screens.
Nice.
We watched the Dallas Mavericks play in the NBA playoffs last year at Bone Daddy's, and I couldn't imagine a better place on earth to be except the game itself.
Yeah, they had sports on when we were there, too.
Love it.
Girls, they were hot. They're not just like regular waitresses. They were hot girls that were wearing these nurse outfits that would be small on a 5-year-old girl. I mean, it was absolutely amazing how great it was.
Love it.
Awesome.
Next time we're in town, that's definitely on our list.
Do it. It's great. Call me when you're in town.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll call you.
Have a good one.
All right. Yeah, I'll dial you right up. Tom, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom.
You already kind of brought up the point that I wanted to make, but I would love to see a picture of the lady that wrote that article.
Yeah, I'd like to see a picture of her, too, just to get an idea of who's complaining.
As long as she isn't wearing a nurse's costume, I'm assuming.
Sandy Summers.
That's ridiculous. It's the same kind of thing that we get with Hooters every so often.
I know. What it is fat and fugly chicks protesting against hot and sexy chicks.
You know, I would have a problem with both establishments there, like going into villages and, you know, beating poor girls over the head and forcing them to work there, but it's a conscious choice they make. They choose to go and apply.
That's right.
It's not exploitation. It's not any of those things. It's not that they're forced into anything that they...
Well, you know what? Every job you're being exploited. You think nurses aren't being exploited? I mean, just fat and fugly nurses who show up and wear a normal nurse outfit and go in every day and work those long shifts.
That's true, too.
For the little bit of money they get. But they're being exploited.
And the fact is that this place is more upfront than most restaurants about how unhealthy their food is. It's not like they're doing anything wrong. They're going above and beyond most restaurants.
Right. They're telling you the truth. And if you choose to go in there and eat, well, you know. And by the way, I would choose it in a heartbeat, so to speak. Yes.
That's all I had to say, man.
Sounds good to me, Tom. Thank you for that. It's John on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
I'm okay.
Hey, I've also been to the Heart Attack. I'm in the Phoenix area, and that place is awesome. I mean, a great place to get fat, and with the girls, also a good place to get a chubby in your pants, too.
Dip that in lard.
Yep. I've also been wheeled out in the chair once.
So you ate the Heart Attack burger, the quadruple bypass, and it's, 2 pounds of meat, right?
Oh, yeah. It was rough, man. It was the roughest couple days of my life after that. But,
I'll bet your colon is still smarty.
But it was good, yeah. I actually use my alter ego when I go there, too, Dr. Jablomi.
All right, Haywood, calm down.
Dr. Haywood.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Haywood.
See you later.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. Dr. Jablomi. 1-800-5800-866. It's Matt on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
Hey, I've been to the Heart Attack Grill a couple times myself out here in Tempe, and not only is the food great, but the women are amazing to look at. I mean, it's you know, I'm always disappointed when I go to Hooters, but this place, it's the real deal. The chicks are actually hot. The outfits are hot. And this Sandy bitch, she's got to find another cause to deal with, because you know what? I've ordered strippers a time or two in my past, too, and one shows up as a cop, one shows up as a nurse, right? Well, that doesn't mean the next time a female cop pulls me over, I think she's sexually available. I mean, her story doesn't really seem to hold water for me, and it's just another bitch on a rampage.
Yeah, well, when is somebody going to complain next that they discriminate against ugly people or fat people?
Yeah, I mean, every time that somebody fat and ugly has a problem with hot chicks using, an outfit to help them make some money in this world, we're going to have a big campaign. It's a bunch of BS.
Yep, no doubt about it.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Can you manipulate me into bed?
I don't have to. I just whip out my wallet.
I thought you don't pay for anything.
Oh, I wouldn't give you any money. I just show it to you.
Oh, you just show it to me.
I wouldn't give you a penny.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show from Los Angeles. 1-800-5800-TOM. We're talking about a restaurant in Tempe, Arizona called the Heart Attack Grill. With hot, sexy waitresses dressed as nurses, fulfilling your every need. And nurses now complaining. Alex on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Alex.
It's so good to talk to you, brother.
I know.
Dude, I am going to the Capitol Grill just because of this guy, man.
The Capitol Grill?
Oh, I'm sorry, the Heart Attack Grill.
Yeah.
I love the way he's handling it, man. This chick just got her panties up in a bunch over a stupid reason. He's just blowing her off. He's just playing it up, and he's reaping in the rewards, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, so smart. I mean, I want to see the Catholic schoolgirls and the secretaries start writing letters and start complaining about this. I mean, it's stupid.
You know what would be great now? To have a coffee shop that looks like a cafeteria, like a school lunchroom.
Yeah.
And have girls in Catholic school outfits serving.
I would eat there, Tom.
Of course you would. That would be good.
Yeah, play it up. I mean, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I've been listening since you came to Arizona, man. I love your show.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's John on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Father, how you doing?
I'm okay.
First time, long time.
Thank you.
And I was actually at the party at the Clubhouse Music Venue.
Uh-huh.
Came out back to the Valley. Can't wait to see you come out again.
I can't wait to come back.
But I heard this story, and I drive past the Heart Attack Grill every day on my way home from work, and I'm going just because of that. And I was thinking about the whole thing. This is the best publicity for this chain that they could hope for.
That's what I always say about these people. You know, when you start these protests, what you're doing is you are essentially making it, what you're doing is you're taking something that most people don't know about, and now we all know about it.
Exactly. When I saw the Heart Attack Grill before, I thought it was just a regular burger joint. I had no idea it was anything like this. So yes. I'm definitely going. I'm actually sitting outside right there right now. I'm going in. I'm going to see if I can eat that quadruple bypass.
Good for you.
No, but yeah, I remember on a previous show you were talking about another radio show host. I think he was broadcasting out of like Toronto, up in Canada or something, talking about the show.
Yes.
And not realizing he's putting the word out there, and now we got a listener out there in Florida. If you remember that.
Well, absolutely. That's exactly right.
So yeah, if I was the owner of the Heart Attack Grill, I would say, you know what? Bring it on. Whatever you want to say, all you're doing is just lining my pockets.
Well, and that's exactly what happens. Every one of these Hooters protests, have they ever succeeded? Ever?
No, not one that I can think of. But that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for taking my call, Dad, and can you blow me up?
Here you go, son. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Paul on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Father, how you doing, man?
Doing great.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to have to actually agree with this protest. I think the place does need a change.
What do you think they should do?
I think the waitresses need to be topless nurses. Why not?
Well, I don't know.
Change is good.
Guess what? I'd be all in favor. I don't know what the liquor laws would be, and I'll bet they serve beer at this place. And it's possible.
Topless.
No, but I'm saying it's possible it would be illegal to have alcohol and nudity. I don't know.
True.
I'd be all in favor.
That's the only way I can agree with this lady. That's the only change I could see.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks.
Appreciate the call. Here's Kevin on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Are you there?
You know, we can sum this chick up in 2 words. Fat bitch.
I haven't seen her.
Seriously.
I don't know. I haven't seen her.
It's like you say, you don't need to.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. And that's funny because I'm about the 5th or 6th person now who's called in and said, I'm going there now just because of this.
Oh, that place is going to be packed in about an hour.
Oh, I mean, not only do I love hot chicks and nurse outfits, but I love a good food challenge, too. If they're going to give me that for free, if I can eat it, bring it on. But, you know, I mean, the whole hotness for nurses things, I mean, didn't that start with candy stripers back in, like, the 80s?
Well, of course it did. I don't think that was the 80s. I think they've been around a while.
I mean, go sue the porn director who made that movie, because that's where it started for me, man. You know, what are they going to do? Are they going to go around and... I don't know if you've been to the Tilted Kilt down here.
No.
That also puts Hooters to shame. If you're down here in Arizona next time, go to the Tilted Kilt.
I'm taking notes.
They dress in kilts, obviously, and very skimpy, very hot girls. What are they going to, the Scottish people are going to get in an uproar about it? And what about Hooters? Are the people that are stuck in the 80s and still wear those orange shorts going to sue? You know what I mean? Come on. It's ridiculous, man.
Thank you for that, Kevin.
Hey, Tom, it's my birthday, so hook me up with a bong hit and a Holly Berry.
Here you go, Kevin.
Thank you, Tom.
Love it. 1-800-5800-TOM. Christopher on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Thank you.
Actually, a good friend of the owner of Heart Attack Grill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually do some work for him, too. Great concept, and the great thing is that the more people that complain about it, the more people show up to this place.
Of course.
They have been on 2020 MSN homepage. They were doing documentaries in Europe. I was in there last week, and some lady from Germany was doing a documentary on it, and she did it because she loved it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the greatest idea on the planet.
I'm sure that's true.
He's getting all sorts of free publicity from everybody who hates him. On MSN's homepage.
Well, that's kind of like my business, you know. The more people hate me, the better my business gets.
I know why you do good, man. That's why I still listen to you every single day on my way home.
I mean, if your wife hates this show, I'm doing it right.
Well, there ain't no wife because I'm obeying the rules.
I love that.
You love that? That Tilted Kilt that the guy was talking about?
Yeah.
Right across the street, and they both do phenomenal business.
Sounds good to me.
It is good to you, and I'm sure that John at the Heart Attack Grill is going to love being on your show today.
Well, I'm sure he's going to hear about it.
But, yeah, that place is a great place. There's no way to eat a quadruple bypass. That guy who said he was going to go there and eat one.
No, he said he did it.
He did it?
He said he did it and got wheeled out on the wheelchair.
Well, you might have ordered it. There's no way he finished it, man. That's like 2.5 pounds of beef. You can't even fit it in your mouth. And the great thing is the waitresses there, well, if you order anything less and tell you, oh, excuse me if I can't use that, but they will talk and tell you that you are a pussy. Which is it's even greater. They look at you and you're like, wait, you're a pussy? You can't eat a quadruple? You have to look at them and say, yes, I'm a pussy. I can't eat a quadruple.
I love that. Thank you, Christopher. 1-800-5800-TOM. Nick on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. Love the show.
Thank you, Nick.
Hey, I just got into my truck and heard you guys talking about the Heart Attack Grill. I live like a couple miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the burgers are awesome. They really wheel you out if you drink if you eat the quadruple bypass. But the walls are also lined, like as you're looking at the grill and where the drinks are, with mirrors. So as the girls are bending over the table, taking your order, you can like see right off the mirror up their skirts, and their skirts are so short, the goodies is like winking at you.
Really?
Yeah, like the manager in there. Yeah, that place, I've been up there half a dozen times now. One of my friends turned me on to it. But, yeah, and they're actually doing franchising and, like, getting bigger. So, yeah, the place is definitely worth giving props to.
No doubt about it. Nick, thank you for the call.
This weekend on E! The real story of reality TV gets really wild on E's Reality Exposed Weekend. From back-to-back true Hollywood stories of your favorite unscripted shows to marathons of The Girls Next Door and Dr. 90210. Get real with E! all weekend long. Then watch all the twists and turns that fate takes in bringing Hollywood couples together on E's new series, Love Ride, Sunday at 10, 9 Central. It's all this weekend, and it's only on E! Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. It's Joe. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Doing okay.
Hey, I got a little tidbit for you. I was watching that 2020 program, and the part that I paid attention to was the Heart Attack Grill, you know, because I'm in Phoenix, and I realized I had never seen or heard about the place, and it kind of shocked me. But you got a point about the woman that I don't know if she's the exact woman or what, but the woman they were doing the interview with that was actually heading the charge for this association for healthcare or nurses or whatever, she's dog ugly. She looks like if you remember Cagney and Lacey, the blonde-haired one.
Oh, no.
Yes, with the short hair.
Yeah, I think that's the person we're talking about, Sandy Summers.
Yeah. She's not that attractive, and I just figured
they never are.
Well, exactly. Hey, can you take me out Steve Irwin style with maybe back that up with Earnhardt?
That would be tasteless.
One bite from him, and it's all over. Yo! Oh, crikey.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Rich on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Great.
Well, what I was going to say about the heart attack grill is, it's just about maybe even strippers getting pissed off at a bunch of high school kids dressing like they do nowadays, or anything like that. Absolutely, it's absolutely ridiculous that people can't open up a business and run it the way they want to do, with smoking bans coming up and saying, "Oh, this is unhealthy. This is the way people should dress. People should do this. People should do that." It's absolutely ridiculous.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't get it. And these people don't understand. I want to say this again. I said it before. I'll say it again. When you protest these things, you only make them more popular.
I agree.
You are being used to promote.
Stripper dressed like a nurse? I haven't.
I mean, that's it.
They're going after the wrong people. They really are.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I know we'll be going in when we come to town again.
Hey, I'm a big fan of the place. I hope it does well.
Sounds good to me, Rich. Courtney on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Yes.
I'm just calling because I'm a nurse, and I think this lady's being ridiculous. Nobody cares. We don't dress like that, so what does it really matter?
Of course.
I mean, if these girls don't care how they're dressing, and if they're having a good time, let them dress like that. Don't go to the restaurant if you don't like it.
That's exactly right. Apparently people do like the restaurant.
I love the restaurant. I think it's great. And I think the girls look great in their uniforms, so why not?
Absolutely. I bet every nurse would like to go to work dressed like that.
Exactly. You get tons of attention. There's nothing
That's
wrong
right.
with it.
Exactly.
Have a good night, Tom.
Thank you for that, Courtney. Appreciate the call. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. tom@blowmeuptom.com. Or go to our newly redesigned website. That's right. You click on the Listen Live button. It's between 3 and 8 Pacific time. You'll be listening live.
The Tom Leykis Show.